Welcome back, history enthusiasts, to another captivating episode of our YouTube series, where we dive into some of the most significant events that have shaped our world. Today, we take you back to the height of the Cold War, to an intense period known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. Get ready to witness the brink of nuclear war, as we unravel the gripping tale that brought the world to the edge of destruction. It was the early 1960s, and the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a bitter rivalry. The Cold War tensions were escalating, and the superpowers were engaged in a race to expand their influence across the globe. In 1959, Fidel Castro seized power in Cuba, establishing a socialist regime and aligning himself with the Soviet Union. Concerned about the spread of communism just 90 miles from its shores, the United States closely monitored Cuba. In 1962, American spy planes discovered Soviet missile sites being constructed on the island. These sites were equipped with nuclear warheads capable of reaching major cities in the United States. The discovery of these missiles created a sense of urgency in the United States. President John F. Kennedy, faced with the terrifying possibility of nuclear war, had to make critical decisions that would shape the course of history. President Kennedy addressed the nation, revealing the presence of these missiles and announcing a naval blockade around Cuba. This was a bold move, meant to prevent further Soviet shipments of weapons to the island. For 13 tense days, the world held its breath, as the crisis unfolded. Both the United States and the Soviet Union stood at the brink of nuclear war, with millions of lives hanging in the balance. The Cuban Missile Crisis was the closest we've ever come to nuclear war. It was an extremely dangerous and volatile situation. The actions taken by Kennedy were aimed at sending a strong message to the Soviet Union that the United States would not tolerate such a threat in its backyard. As the crisis intensified, Kennedy and his advisors grappled with the difficult choices before them. They weighed the options of military strikes, invasion, or a diplomatic resolution. Behind closed doors, secret negotiations were taking place between Kennedy's brother, Attorney General Robert Kennedy, and Soviet Ambassador Anatoly Dobrinin. These negotiations provided a lifeline, a glimmer of hope for a peaceful resolution. The back-channel communications were crucial in diffusing the situation. Both sides were able to find common ground and reach an agreement that avoided catastrophe. Finally, on October 28, 1962, an agreement was reached. The Soviet Union agreed to dismantle its missile sites in Cuba, while the United States pledged not to invade the island. The world breathed a collective sigh of relief as the crisis came to an end. The Cuban Missile Crisis had a profound impact on international relations. It highlighted the dangerous consequences of nuclear weapons and pushed both superpowers to pursue arms control agreements. In the wake of the crisis, the United States and the Soviet Union established a direct hotline between Washington and Moscow to ensure better communication and prevent a similar situation from occurring again. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a wake-up call for the entire world. It showed that nuclear war was not an abstract concept but a real and terrifying possibility, and prompted them to seek peaceful solutions. Indeed, the Cuban Missile Crisis stands as a testament to the power of diplomacy and the potential consequences of miscommunication and miscalculation in the realm of international relations. As we conclude this episode, let us remember the Cuban Missile Crisis as a harrowing chapter in human history, one that reminds us of the importance of global cooperation in the pursuit of peace. Join us next time as we unravel more intriguing stories that have shaped our world. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring!